It has begun. The Declaration. October 25th. This is not a date on the calendar. It is a turning point. It is an ignition. The clocks aren't just ticking. They are melting, counting down the last seconds of the old world. The air around you has changed, have you noticed? It's become dense, viscous, humming with anticipation, charged with ozone. This is not a forecast. This is not a prediction. This is a direct energy transmission, an activation code that you hear not with your ears, but with your entire being, with every cell of your body. This is a ritual we are performing together, right now, in this moment. The fabric of reality has thinned. It has become pliable, like hot wax. And it is your consciousness, your attention, that holds the seal, which will now imprint a new, pure pattern onto this wax. Your entire life, all your falls, all your tears, all your joy. It was all just long, careful preparation for this moment, for this breath, for this realization. You are standing on the threshold, not just of a new day, but of a new era, one that you yourself are initiating with your choice. Tune in, breathe, be present. This is the point of no return your soul has awaited for millennia. You feel it in your body. You must feel it. This strange, deep, almost stone-like fatigue that no sleep or rest can cure. This is not an illness. I repeat, you are not sick. Your body is undergoing a total cellular rewrite, and this is the fatigue of the old operating system being deleted. Do you notice that soft fog in your head, as if a thin, dense veil has fallen over your mind? This is not brain fog. It's the old mind shutting down, your logical processor, which was created by the old matrix and can no longer handle the new, high frequencies. Do you feel that subtle vibration in your limbs, that inner tremor, that hum in your bones? That is your nervous system tuning itself, like the strings of a divine instrument, to a new, pure octave of being. The tingling in your palms, the sudden heat in the center of your chest, those are your creation centers, your chakras, activating, shedding old seals. The chills that suddenly give way to waves of heat, that is not an infection. It is the sacred inner fire, burning karmic debris from your cells. And that quiet, high-pitched, almost inaudible ringing in your ears? That is the sound of a tuning fork. It is the sound of the new universe being born inside you. Your emotions have become like an ocean storm. You're thrown from side to side, and you don't understand why. Do you feel that baseless, cold, almost animal anxiety rising from your solar plexus? Don't be afraid of it. It is not your anxiety. It is the collective fear of the old world sensing its own agony, its inevitable death. The matrix is clinging to you, trying to keep you in the old, low vibrations. And in the very next second, a sudden, almost childlike, diamond-bright optimism. A flash of absolute, total clarity, and knowing that everything will be fine, that everything is going according to plan. These are the glimmers of the new reality you are already stepping into. Are you crying for no reason? These are tears of release. Your body is purging generations of accumulated pain through water. It is cleansing your emotional reservoirs. And those sudden, irrational flashes of anger, of rage that seem so out of place. This is not a regression. This is a systemic process, like an antivirus finding and ruthlessly deleting broken, toxic files from your subconscious. October 25th is a spotlight, dragging everything hidden in the shadows into the light, so it can be healed or released forever. So what is really happening on October 25th? What is this breaking point, when the matrix will begin to rewrite reality? This is not just a planetary alignment. This is the great alchemical ignition. Imagine for a moment that your soul, Your energy body is an alchemical crucible. Your whole life, just like your ancestors before you, you have been accumulating lead in this crucible. The heavy, inert metal of fear, resentment, guilt, karmic debts, and false matrix programs. October 25th is the moment when a cosmic fire is lit beneath this crucible of your soul. This is not a fire of punishment. It is the fire of transmutation. Its only task is to melt this heavy, cold lead into a liquid, fluid state. This is the moment the matrix begins to rewrite reality, because the old, heavy, leaden reality can no longer exist in this new, pure flame. This is the great alchemy, the divine process of separating the pure, shining gold of your divine self from the slag and impurities of your false personality, your ego. This is not a computer reboot. This is the transformation of one element into another. This is a fundamental change of your very essence at the atomic level. Why now? Why is this great alchemical ignition happening on this day, October 25th? Because a critical mass has been reached. The Earth, Gaia herself, is changing her base frequency, her vibration, and you, as her cells, as her children, must synchronize. The crucible of your soul is finally full of experience. You are ready. You have suffered enough. You have searched enough. Now, it is time to transmute. This energy, the one coming in now, is fundamentally different from all the soft waves and portals of the past. This is not a gentle stream. It is a fiery, concentrated, surgically precise beam of plasma. It is an unavoidable evolutionary leap that cannot be canceled, postponed, or skipped. The old world, built on the lead of fear, separation, and control, has reached its limit of density. It is collapsing. And this alchemical fire is a scalpel of light, cutting away the false, cutting away everything that is not pure love, everything that is not pure truth. This is no longer an invitation. It is a summons. The crucible must be heated to its absolute limit for the lead to become liquid. And that limit has been reached. You see the signs. You see them everywhere if your mind is quiet enough to notice. It's not just tech glitches or clocks stopping. No, that's too simple. Look closer. The music you used to love suddenly sounds different, deeper. You're starting to hear the space between the notes, the very silence that gives them birth. Have you noticed how animals are acting around you? Cats, dogs, birds. They stop and just look at you. They look you right in the eye, as if seeing you for the first time, as if recognizing an old, long-lost friend. This is not your fantasy. They see your light, your golden glow, which is growing brighter. Do you see those strange shimmers in the air, right in the room? Like a heat haze, but in a cool space. That is the fabric of reality, wavering. That is the air itself, melting in the alchemical crucible. And water? Pay attention to the taste of pure water. It seems sweeter, fuller, more alive. It's transmitting information more actively. The old world is losing its rigid fixation. You are watching the matrix melt in real time. And the most important, undeniable proof is inside you, inside this sacred crucible. Your body has begun a process of self-purification, of intuitive healing. Do you notice how drastically your tastes are changing? The food that used to bring you pleasure, heavy, greasy, dead food, alcohol, sugar, chemical drinks. Your body is starting to physically reject it. It perceives it as poison. This isn't willpower. It isn't a diet. It is a vibrational demand from your new body. Your body craves living, pure, light-filled food that doesn't interfere with the alchemy, but assists it. Your intuition. It is sharpened to the level of a superpower. You just know. You know who's calling before the phone makes a sound. You know where to go and where not to. This internal compass, this quiet voice of your soul that used to be drowned out by the noise of the lead, now sounds loud and clear. And your dreams? They've become vivid, tangible, almost real. These are training dreams. In your sleep, your brain, your nervous system is being briefed. New light archives are being unpacked while your mind is asleep and out of the way. Look at your relationships. This is one of the clearest and often most painful markers of the Great Ignition. People from your past, those you were bound to by old dramas, old resentments, unspoken grievances, karmic knots, they are simply leaving. Without scandals, without drama, quietly. It's as if the river of your life is gently but irreversibly changing its course, and they are left on the other bank. This is not a loss, it is a liberation. Do you notice that the masks people wear have become physically unbearable to you? You see lies not as an abstraction, not as a social game, but as a physical distortion in space. Inauthenticity literally starts to make you sick. You're beginning to physically feel another person's lie, as coldness, as dissonance, as an unpleasant, sour smell. Your alchemical crucible is heating up, and everything inauthentic, everything that is not pure gold, simply cannot withstand this temperature. It chars. Your system no longer seeks compromise. It seeks and demands only pure, true resonance. Now, for the mundane, for what worries your mind. Money, the flow of abundance. All your programs of poverty, deficit, fear of not enough, the need to work hard, to deserve it, that is not you. Those are viruses. They are cold, heavy, dark impurities in the lead of your consciousness. They are foreign programs that were written onto your clean drive in deep childhood. And what does the alchemical fire do? It burns these programs to the ground. October 25th is the beginning of a total reformatting of your financial mindset. The fire of transmutation is melting this lead of fear. You must understand this at a cellular level. You stop chasing money. You remember that you are the source. You are the generator of reality. Money is just energy, and it flows where there is purity, high vibration, and allowance. When your lead melts, you release a massive, colossal amount of blocked energy. The flow will open. It will open from the most unexpected places, not from where you expect it. You stop being a slave to the matrix and become a creator, one who simply declares a need, and the universe immediately responds. And now, love, your heart. It is a sacred magnet that was covered in scars. Every pain, every betrayal, every disappointment, it's a dent, it's rust, it's an impurity that prevents this magnet from working cleanly and attracting what resonates with it. The great alchemical ignition is like laser surgery on your heart center. The fire of purification passes over these old, unhealed wounds, not to cause you new pain, no, but to burn out the infection, to smooth out the dents, to cleanse your magnet of karmic rust. All the toxic, karmic connections, all those etheric cords that have been draining your energy to former partners for decades, they are simply burning up. They are falling away. They are turning to ash. And what happens when your heart's magnet is cleansed and polished by fire? It begins to attract pure resonance. Not half a person meant to complete or save you. No, you are already whole. You attract other whole, free, shining beings. This is no longer a dance of dependence. It is the dance of two free universes, two suns, meeting to shine even brighter together. And the most important promise, you Your sense of self, that background anxiety, that constant nagging inner dialogue, that noise in your head you've heard your whole life and thought was normal, it will disappear. At first for a second, then for a minute, then forever. You will know what true diamond clarity is. You will experience a state of inner, ringing silence. This is not emptiness. It is absolute fullness. It is the silence in which the clear, pure voice of your soul can finally be heard. You will feel a deep, unshakable, rooted harmony with the world that cannot be bought, earned, or built. It can only be remembered. In this state, your true creative power awakens. This is your new operating state as a creator. It's as if you've spent your entire life looking at the world through a dirty, fogged-up, murky window, and suddenly, on October 25th, someone threw all the windows wide open. That fresh air, that bright light, that transparency, that is you. This is your return to factory settings. But there is a price, and I must tell you about it. You cannot get pure gold without melting the lead. You cannot build a new temple of light on the rotten foundation of old fears. The foundation must be burned clean. Before your alchemical crucible yields an ingot of pure gold, it must pass through its hottest, most intense phase. This is a fiery purification. This is catharsis. It is necessary. It's like a high fever before the final, complete healing. All the filth, all the slag, all the rust and toxins you have stored within you for decades, all of it must rise to the surface so the fire can burn it and destroy it. Will it be painful? Yes. It will feel like death, like a complete loss of control, like the death of your old personality, your ego. You will feel like you are losing yourself, but you are not losing yourself. You are only losing your prison bars. You are only losing what you never truly were. Do not fear this fire. Bless this fire. It is your great liberator. And in that moment, at the peak, on October 25th, and in the days that follow, your shadow will rise. Everything you have so carefully hidden from yourself. All your deepest, irrational fears. Your sticky shame. Your corrosive guilt. Your suppressed anger. They will rise from the darkest depths of your crucible to the boiling surface. This is the slag that must be burned away. And simultaneously, as if on cue, the outer world will activate. The matrix will conduct its final test. People around you, even those closest to you, will suddenly begin to provoke you. They will push your most painful, oldest buttons. They will try to devalue your experience, call you crazy, pull you back into the old, familiar drama, into conflict, into judgment. This is the final exam. This is the temptation. Your ego will scream in panic, demanding you defend yourself, argue, prove you are right. Will you maintain the state of the observer? Or will you dive back into that boiling, poisonous lead? This is the deep clean before the new reality is installed. So what should you do in this peak moment? On this sacred day, October 25th? The answer is a paradox. The answer is extremely simple. Absolutely nothing. Your task is not to do. Your task is to be. To become the total, loving, impartial observer. Imagine you are sitting on a high, safe riverbank, and the river below is carrying debris, your old thoughts, your fears, the provocations of other people. You just sit. You watch. You don't jump into the river. You don't try to stop the debris. You simply observe it as it floats by and disappears. On this day, be in maximum silence. Disconnect from external noise, news, social media, toxic conversations. Drink lots of pure, living water. Water is a liquid crystal. It is the best conductor for the new light codes into your cellular structure. Trust the process completely. Breathe through the pain. Breathe through the fear. Breathe through the panic. Do not interfere with the Great Fire's work. Your only action is total allowance. And now, for what you absolutely, categorically, must not do. These are the safety precautions for the alchemical ignition. First and most important, do not engage in conflict. Do not get into arguments. Do not feed the drama. Do not try to save or convince anyone. Any conflict, any judgment, any aggression during these days is an installation canceled. It is your conscious choice to remain in the old version, in the old matrix of lead. You are simply draining the precious energy of the transmutation fire into the black hole of the old matrix. Second, do not analyze what is happening with your mind. Your old processor, your logical mind, will not understand what is happening. It was created by the old matrix. It will see this as a threat and trigger total panic. Tell your mind, thank you for your service, and send it on vacation. Feel. Don't think. And third, do not cling to the old, not to people, not to habits, not to jobs, not to beliefs. Your hand must be completely empty to receive the gifts of the new reality. If you are clutching a stone until your knuckles are white, you cannot pick up a diamond. Let go of the stone. And then, after the fire, after the storm, silence will come. A deep, velvet, all-encompassing silence. You will wake up one morning and feel an incredible, ringing lightness in your body. You will feel a transparent, spring water clarity in your mind. You will look in the mirror and see a light in your eyes that wasn't there before. The great alchemical ignition is complete. The crucible has cooled. The slag has burned and turned to ash. And at the bottom, the pure, warm, heavy gold of your true, divine essence is shining. The system is rebooted. The new operating system of your divine self is activated. This is the state of synchronization. Your soul, your mind, and your body, for the first time in this life, begin to resonate in unison, like a perfectly tuned divine orchestra. You no longer struggle. You flow. You no longer seek. You are. This is your new reality. This is your new 0 point. Welcome home. Welcome to yourself. You are the creator, and you always have been.